lounging, son.
All right, welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan. Back with me again, my boy Eli.
What up? How's it going, y'all?
Talking some more Turtles. We decided to I think we've talked about this before, but we're gonna intersperse old Turtles with the volume 4. We're just doing all Turtles. I don't have to explain myself.
Yeah, we're just following our hearts.
Yeah,
y'all.
we're taking us where our hearts take us. And our hearts took us to Return to New York.
Yeah.
For a classic storyline, probably one of the peaks of Turtle comics, in my opinion.
Agreed.
This came out when I was 2 years old. As I'm looking at the date, March '89. So I was 2 years and 1 month when this comic dropped.
I was celebrating my 5th birthday.
We're not telling you our age. You guys can do the math. But anyways, yeah, we could have done one video going through this arc, but each of these issues is oversized, which I completely forgot about till I was reading it again. So I figure we'll just do separate ones. Also, we will be talking about a Tales of TMNT issue that was released in, I think, 2010, which takes place between this issue and issue 20. So we're gonna drop that vid right after this vid drops. But let's get into it. So first off, I'm gonna flip. I think the credits are in the back. So yeah, so each of these is done in a different sequence of artists. So this one, the stories like Eastman and Laird on all three. The layouts on this issue are Kevin Eastman, pencils are Jim Lawson, inks are Peter Laird, and Steve Levine on letters. Just look at those. I mean, it's just,
yeah, it's absolutely insane.
And it only gets more insane as we go. We jump in. We have this. I love these when you can see the tones. It's interesting to look at the difference between this glossy paper. I don't know if you could. I mean, I guess you can kind of tell on the camera. And then the newsprint.
Yeah.
Like you can see the difference of the way the tones look on there.
Yeah, my copy is like pretty beat up. It's a reader, so it's like so yellowed on the right and it's like nice and white on the left.
Yeah, mine, I don't know what these like yellow marks are on, like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. Otherwise, it's
I just found some crust in the back. I was scraping out while you were talking about the creative team too. I was like, dang, this comic's beat up. I think this is my old one too from when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, these I got probably when I was like 13, maybe 14, when I had discovered that the Turtles comics were not just the Archie comics, like that. Yes. There was original. So I went back and got almost a complete run. But I love this cold opening, dude.
So sick. And this is like the figure that was just put out by NECA too, fairly recently. The Wanderer or whatever. I feel like it's completely based off this.
Yeah, but they call it Michelangelo though.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is weird because it is this design.
Or maybe it's that Talbot issue, the solo issue, but it looks
it looks more like this than
in the Mirage too, the Mirage 4-pack, Raph has the hood. Maybe that's this, and then the Wanderer is from the Talbot issue.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, just the amount of lines on here,
yeah,
is just, it's intense.
And it's placed exactly in time with this New York Times crumpled up December 23rd, 1988 Bush support.
Yeah. It's crazy to because if you take that newspaper out, I don't think you can't date it. Like it wouldn't be dated at all. But by putting that, you definitely place it in the past. And then I love this too. When you go to the next page and you just see the panels where like the water is just slowly dripping, you go bloop,
Oh yeah. Well, what we're dealing with here, Ryan, is master storytellers at work.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
We are though. It's true. Like I wasn't joking. It wasn't hyperbole. When I said this is like one of the peaks, like this really is like they are now firmly entrenched in Turtles. Like we'll talk about it later, but they mentioned how like they could only get so many issues out per year and how there should be more. I like that they mentioned that in the backs and editorial.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
And I read this when we were first starting to do these issues. I read it in the like IDW collected edition, and it's always so cool in those to kind of just read the guys talk about working on it and the division of labor and how they wanted a different feel for each issue, and yeah, man.
I need to grab those because I mean, I never do because like I have the single issues, and I have the compendium, but I got to get those because I want to read the commentary that they put in there.
Yeah, it's really cool. And a lot of times though, it's funny, like Kevin Eastman will like talk for like a page and a half, and then Peter Laird will be like, yes, I agree. Fun issues,
Yeah.
Jim Lawson rules. That's it.
I know. I've seen that in like because I have a couple of them. I have 6 and 7, so it's like where it's like just art, and then
Oh,
where it's
yeah,
on the
yeah.
sides. So it is funny where you'll see like Peter or Kevin, and then just like this little bit of Peter
Little
in
teeny
there.
Peter.
Yeah. So
So
I like that it dates it. So this is only 4 days has taken place based on the newspaper at the
oh, I
bottom.
see. Yeah.
And then we go and we're back at the farmhouse, and Raph, I love how he's just leaning. He's like, I can't stand it anymore. And he's like says it like really low, and then he gets louder because nobody's like acknowledging what he's saying.
Yeah, because everyone's kind of like doing their own thing. They're
Yeah.
like, they're less this like unit working together and living together as one. They're now kind of like, although they're all in this space, they're kind of expanding into their own things. Like you can see Mikey's like training, and Donnie's like at a workbench, and Leo's outside, and Raph is just like stewing. I can't stand it anymore.
It's funny. I mean, this is a side note, but I was at the store. I was like looking at the new Turtles figures for the new movie, and Raph says the angry one. My daughter was like, "Oh, you should get that one. You're the angry one." It just made me fucking laugh so hard because I was like, I do identify with Raph. You're right.
Rocco sent me a few of the new
Uh-huh.
shits.
Yeah, I got to get the other 3. So yeah, I just love this. Mikey, you usually don't see training too. Now that how you mentioned it,
Yeah.
usually he's off doing something different, but I like how, like you said, they're all doing their own thing, and Raph is still like, even here, he's being ignored. Nobody's even paying attention to what he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you deaf?
He starts throwing the papers around, and still like people aren't even noticing it. Here, panel 4 on page 5, when you see Donnie, he's just a head with like 2 dots. Like, love it, Lawson-esque.
Yep. Here we go again. And then Mike's like, "No, look, Raph."
Dude, we're all freaking, we all feel, hold up. We all feel it, but we're all dealing with it. And he's like, yeah, for a freaking year. And Raph's just full of rage. He is all rage.
Oh my God, dude. I know. It's like, this like perfectly encapsulates Raph, because this is the Raph that I know from the movie, like the original movie. Like this is the Raph that I knew and loved, and you just see it here. And he's always had the temper, right? And like it makes sense. He doesn't like to be bottled up. He's also the one that for the most part goes off on his own adventures,
and like Kevin has said that Raph is kind of like his analog, where when they were younger and he was like angry and he was a little. And also panel 4 on 6, they pointed out that Jim Lawson snuck in this like Norton's motorcycle poster.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Jim's always like sneaking in like Moto Guzzi posters, and he loves his self a motorcycle.
Yeah. I love how he does those little, like, he adds little things in the background.
Yeah, he's so good. And then we hear Slam. They're like, where the hell's Leo, dude? We're all trying to do this. And then you hear Slam, and then who comes back in? Freaking insane.
So good.
God damn, love it.
This is so good.
That Lawson really knows how to make a splash.
Yes. We didn't even mention too that Raph also calls Leo out, like he can't lead us anymore. Like that's a heavy statement to make,
Yeah, that's huge. Because Leo's trying to like do the right thing and lay low for a bit, let the turmoil kind of pass after they were on another planet and they were fighting the shred dude and all that stuff. So
yeah. And he's still calm though. Leo's still calm. He's like, what's the problem here, dude?
Yeah, calm, cool, collected. Leo's the leader. Yeah. Leo leads.
And he just he's like saying we have to go back, like we're dying here, rotting from the inside out. It's your fault. That sounds like crazy, dude,
The mood that the tone adds to, like when it's there and then when it's not there, and like when it's just one way and then when it's both way, like, man, really well done throughout the page here.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love that duotone.
I love
And
this.
then
The bottom 3 panels right
yeah,
here.
yeah. And then of course we all know what's gonna happen when Raph's mad enough at Leo. They're gonna battle. Yes. They're gonna fight.
I love this.
Oh my God, he's like, you make me sick. And they come to blows. Panel 2. Their spit commingles as they yell. Oh my God. And they're pushing each other back. And then we just get this straight on eyes, like, you are a coward. Oh man.
The simplicity of this down here.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do a lot. It says so much in these, with these 4 little images of the turtles. You know, he's like, I'm going back alone here. And then Leo just jumps in front of him.
I said no. Raph's like, mistake. Thwap, crack, swap, quap, blap. You know? Yep. Freaking going at it, of course. That's how Raph solves his problems. But then he throws him back and he's like, you're always good, Leo. One of the best. Which makes life here even more of a crime. You owe us, man. Time to start paying the piper. Pipsqueak. No. So good, though.
I know. The fight between them is like, because we haven't seen the brothers go blow to blow like this, really.
Not really.
At this point.
Like maybe in training, but certainly not like out of anger.
Yeah.
Jim Lawson, too, gives them like an extra amount of like heft and weight and thickness.
Yes. They're definitely like stockier for sure when he's drawing. Like, look how fat that leg is right there, dude. Like,
I know. Yeah. Yeah. In the last panel on 11.
Yeah.
That's a big leg coming at you. And then, oh my God, page 12, the battle rages. That one open panel too, with the kind of like the like splash of duotone. So cool.
I love it.
And I like that they use this sound effect a couple times here back on 12. Rump. That was my third grade. That was my third grade teacher, and also and her son was my drum teacher growing up.
Crump.
And so there was a lot of crumps in my life, and I always was like, this is a funny last name. I know it. I know it's going to be something. And then, what do you know? Became a dance craze and a turtle sound effect.
Oh, yeah.
Knocks him down. He's like, stay down. And with a cud right to the nards. Oh, no, right to the chest. And a whack. And they're still going at it. Like, next time, don't use a wooden stick. And he snaps and kicks it off him. And punch, kick, roll. Oh, my God, man. This like, you know, the head squeeze, the noogie kind of thing. And oh my God.
Yeah, so dude, look at the way he's just got Leo in a chokehold, and he just keeps, or no, Leo's got Raph in the chokehold.
Yeah, I think he's trying to like put him out.
And Raph just keeps
punching him in the face. Oh my God. Until he throws Raph off into the wall. Oh no. Raph throws Leo. Yeah. And he's like, holy shit. Donnie's like, Leo. Mikey's like, Raph, wait. He's like, don't even think about it, Mike. I'm out of here. I'm the badass one. I'm gonna go find myself a sewer and a dirty ass jacket to wear. Oh, and they got a Daredevil poster right there too. Not bearing the lead on that one at all.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even pick up on that. I think the focal point for me here was always Raph and Leo.
Yeah.
Like through the wall. So I never really paid attention to the background.
Yeah, I'm always looking around.
I gotta start looking about that stuff.
Yeah. There's always something.
And then we get Raph just walking away and we just pan out. I love how it pans out like that.
Yeah, into the snow and then into the kind of night. And if you've ever looked up at night when it's snowing, I mean, it looks exactly like that.
Mm-hmm. I love this. This reminds me of the movie when the foot comes into the sewer, this splash and then running. That's exactly what I think of when I see this.
Well, I like this crossfade kind of too. It's very cinematic where, you know, you would pan back into the snow, like go up, and then it would kind of like crossfade into the like puddle splash of the feet foot. And yeah, that's perfect until we see Raph there snoring away as the foot is dunk, 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 dunk. That song, the song from the first movie of the foot.
Yes, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. And they're running in there and until they run past Raph's tube. And Raph's like, oh, no smell foot.
And he goes on the hunt.
Mm-hmm. He's
This dude,
following him.
one of the foot can kind of sense him coming too.
Maybe he hears some foot splashing. Foot knows foot. Oh man. And so what are they doing down there? That's a cool, they have the like static shot until you see Raph jump out right in the middle and he's like sling.
I know, I love the glare coming off of his side, and then the way he like hits the ninja stars.
Yeah. Right out of the sky.
Yep.
Shanks back and then boom, right back into the action as Raph is like way outnumbered with these foot. But you know, that's always been the thing with Raph. He's always so mad. He's got so much anger that he'll, you know, dive into any battle without thinking too much.
And the smile that he has as he's fighting them.
Yeah, he's like excited.
I know he's a little sick in the head, but my favorite turtle. I love him. Your move, Spud.
They always are. They're hilarious with their like little knocks like that. I feel like just the action. He cuts the thing. He's slashing them, and he's like, "Yep, like you said, your move, Spud." Just continues until on the last panel on the row of 24, it looks like he's like fondling his little tail there. That's an unfortunate tangent right there.
I didn't even notice that. I'm never gonna not be able to see that.
I know. God damn it.
We've ruined it for everybody. Oh well.
Well, on 3-2, the duotone, like without any holding lines as like the water or whatever. Fucking
it's crazy how many foot are down here too.
Yes.
You know, like they just keep coming, the onslaught of them, no matter how many he's fighting.
Yeah. It's like more coming this way. Oh, he's not like fleeing, he's like running towards them, ready to go. Because he like probably at this point, even he's like, I don't even care if I live or die. It was like, this is my life. Let's go. Screw you, Leo. Here he goes. Ranga. Womp wood, grump, chud, jack, whack, rack. Cutting them up, slicing them. Oh my god. And then these duotone, the bricks.
Oh my god, I know.
It. That took a long time. You get cracked in the head with a chuck or one of the long chucks. I can't remember what they're called. And
yeah,
then we kind of get this like Clint Eastwood, like where like pans across his like midsection as he's like just about to grab his next thigh.
Look at this too, the tunnel. My god,
oh my god, yeah. So much background detail they do. And they're coming after him, and then he's like, wait a second, not foot, something else so strange. I always like anytime there's like the dots like that, I always end up reading it in a Shatner voice in my head. Yet familiar, can't place it. Baloop.
I love this too, how it's like steaming.
Oh yeah.
And you don't even know, but look at the fucking,
oh my god, the like giant beast that arises right here. He's like, ah, and then another one of these amazing cross fades, you know.
So good.
Yeah. God damn. Right into the other guys in New York. They came back, they're looking for Raph. They're like, what is up? And they see some foot and they like break back into the that perspective is insane. They break back into the sewers and we see the New York Times. It's December 25th, Christmas on 1988.
So now 2 days have passed since the opening page.
Yeah.
A total of 6 days they've been away from Raph.
And they go down in the sewer and they like press their like secret passageway door. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Next page.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's going on? And then you see Raph and he's like chill as fuck. He's like, welcome home, guys.
I love how he's just chilling there.
Yeah. And that they have this like beads, and through the beads, you see these horns poke through. And then you see Zog.
This
And they're like,
double page
those guys are
spread.
like, what the? And Raph's like super chill, like, just hold up, Prez.
The double page spread on this is just, it's
A
glorious.
precursor to the one in the
Oh my
issue
god,
20 that
I know
is
that
so
we'll talk.
sick.
Yes, yeah, this is just what a great first part. And like I said, like
Yes.
oversized. There's 38 pages of story. We do get a little editorial from Kevin Pete.
Mhm.
Talking about how they've been. I don't want to say that they've been late, but that their obligation to their audience, to themselves as creators. And I like that he kind of calls that out.
They
Talking.
were never shy about calling themselves out, about
Sure.
being honest, about being late, about working hard, about trying to trying to do the best they can and not always meet their deadlines.
Yeah. So that was cool. We get some ads in the back.
Yeah, some killer ads for some killer books.
Yeah, we got
Gizmo
Gizmo
and the
Future. So
Huge.
Turtles 22. They're already advertising when we're on issue 19, but that's because it's a different
Yeah, they
creative
probably already
team.
have it. Yeah, that's one of my favorite covers. Not one of my favorite interiors, but one of my favorite covers.
Sure. 23. We got that too.
Puma
Puma
Blues,
Blues.
so good,
Melting Pot.
dude. Melting Pot is so bomb.
Yeah.
And this ad for book 2 is so good.
It's fucking crazy.
God,
Yeah.
man, they're making some good ass comics right
Oh,
here.
yes, they are. So that was part 1 of Return to New York. Stay tuned for the rest of the episodes. We'll be back with more. Check out the rest of the Turtle content on the channel. Follow Eli and the Comic Lounge. All our social media links down below. Hit the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new vid drops. And on that note, we're out.
Hell yeah, bro.